Welcome back. Next in the series of videos for this investment program we've got, just want to talk about, last time we talked about exit points or value realization points. Now I want to talk about just 5 of the 14 common leverages that we use in companies. First one we call reciprocal trade. That's where we're looking for people who have our channel, our business, and you can buy in our product and sell it to their existing customers. You can imagine if they have 30, 50, 40,000 customers out there who've been buying from them for anything up to 100 years, and you walk along with your project, they can see that if they put their name on it, and one email out to everybody, just a blast to say, hey, here's this, an extra $50 a week, and you own this as well, and we'll fund it, we'll finance the whole lot, in you go. What happens? Straight away, you've got a market share. You've got a quick, rapid market share, which they've been able to do. They've made money on it, you've made money on it, but as partners, it's going to accelerate your growth. The next one is a collaborative research partnership. This is a little bit more difficult. What we do there, and it's all subject to legislation in different countries, different jurisdictions. What we tend to want to do with particularly if you've got a lot of research and development still to go, what we do is we bring in the partner as a collaborative research partner. Instead of them writing you a check, let's say for $1 million, that you're going to be spending that on different functions or goods or components to build whatever it is you're going to build. So what if those people came in and they take a commitment to pay those bills as and when they become due? So what it means is they might buy the steel, they might send that to the CNC press people, they might send that to the fabrication people, they might also buy the hydraulics, they might buy a control box, they might buy approvals, testing and approvals, and whatever the process is along the way. And as a result of that, they're building your product. They might build 10 of them, and they might put the first 10 into their premises. But what they're essentially doing as a collaborative research partnership is paying for research and development. So they are not transferring the money to your project. What they're doing is transferring the outcomes of those expenditures into your project for equity. And that is an agreed value, whether that transfer has value or not. And essentially what it means is they get to keep the R&D. So they're a collaborative partner, they do the R&D, they get the tax deduction on any R&D, and usually there's an uplift, 50%, sometimes 100% on normal tax deductibility in research and development. There's also a lot of non-cash contribution. As I mentioned, you're taking, let's say, $1 million, and you're going to be spending it in different areas. If some of those areas could be spent on their process, they might value that and say, here, we'll offer you $600,000 plus $400,000 worth of services that we can provide within in-house. And that's far better for you. It means that there's a whole lot less cash. You don't mind, it's exactly the same value. So you don't mind how it comes to you or goes out again. So why not? It's it increases your value a little bit because I'll mitigate that in the valuation, but still give the same value. There's also limited exclusivity. You might say that we're building 10 machines, you've got 10 outlets. I want to trial them in your facilities for the first 12 months, and we'll call it research and development. And as a result, you will be able to get a jump on your industry and be the only ones to provide this service for 12 months. And then after that, we'll generically brand the product and off it goes. So if you want that, by all means, let's do that. What does that cost you? Very little. It's usually only into their geographic and or demographic market. So you might build, let's say, 10 products and 5 of them go into their branches in those cities or states, and the others might go overseas. So you're still building your global markets. What you're doing is giving them an opportunity to make a bit of money and establish themselves as a supplier of that product first. Also, you might offer them a first right of refusal. Generally, we do that both ways. So they can purchase your the other half of your project when the project's making a lot of money, subject to independent valuation, and the same price can be offered to you if you wanted to buy them out. Conversely, if you find a third party who wants to buy the project, they have the right to buy it exactly the same terms, but no better, if they make the offer within 7 days. We have a first right of refusal. And this is very important because the way companies go about acquiring R&D these days is they give you a little bit of money, they give it to 10 of your competitors, and they see who survives. And the survivor of that in early stage commercialization is the one that they want to buy. And so they keep that, they do usually want a seat on the board or in the technical advisory panel so they can give you advice on direction. So they're making sure that your product will fit their market, but also they want to, that first right of refusal gives them the right to just come in and if you're successful, they'll buy your other half and they can forget the other 9 projects that they put money into, they just let them go. So all of that is good value for them. It's leverages, that's just 5 leverages we use of the 14 current leverages that we carry on. I won't be covering all 14 in the workshop because this is a cut down workshop for just $100,000 per person that we're going to raise for early stage commercialization. So I look forward to giving you some more information about this course on the next video.